Alright, so this is my confessional for before the challenge. So, it is the next day, and I am super hyped. We just got off from a big win for Team Janet, and we are going into this with now a reputation to uphold, and we're going to try to win this next challenge. We just found out that it, indeed, was a scavenger hunt. It is so typical for any Survivor orgs out there, and once I get into the call, my whole team is piling junk after junk after junk. Let me get a shovel, let me get a used diaper, maybe not that, but let me get balls, spoons, knives, tape, freaking phones, like anything you can imagine, and they're stacking it on tables. And I thought I was prepared because I'm just, I'm close to my kitchen, I have my mom there just in case she needs to run outside and go get something, like, I'm ready, but, like, I don't know if I'm that ready. This is like an episode of freaking Hoarders. You see everyone scavenging the house like it's a freaking apocalypse. Like, what the heck? It's just a challenge, but look, if it helps us win, I don't mind. But don't you think this is a little overboard? And it just shows how messy people's homes are. I mean, come on, you're on YouTube. At least look presentable. I mean, says the one with the messy-ass hair. But, still, I mean, if it helps us win, I don't mind. But, compared to everyone else, I'm a little underprepared, so that makes me worried. But, as long as I am not the first one out, as long as I'm not the first one out of my team, I'm fine. I don't have to win the challenge. I don't. Because I don't want to put a huge target on my back early on. But I can't be last in the challenge. I can't get out first. Because then, if we do lose, that's an easy target to get out. Just say, oh, he was the first one that got us all eliminated. Get him out. So, I just got to make sure I have everything set in place. And let's get this W. And let's win another week, baby. Alright, so now I'm just going to combine everything into one video. So I did my before the challenge. Now this is during my challenge. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the host just announced that the game's about to begin. We are so hyped. I'm ready to go. I'm doing my squats. I'm getting ready. I got my running shoes on. I got my dog locked in the cage because if I run, he's going to think I'm running away from a freaking murder and he's going to start biting everything. So I'm ready to go. And then all of a sudden, this man goes, oh, we have an excused absence. So we're going to need 2 people to step out. That would have been a little helpful to tell us before we went to the challenge. Like, huh? What do you mean? So, now that that happens, one of us from our team has to go. One of us has to sit out. We already have another person sitting out, but another one has to volunteer. Now look. I really wanted to play in the challenge. I don't want to sit out of any challenge. I want to play. I want to prove myself without actually showing me as a threat. But I do want to play. This is a game. But no one was volunteering. Everyone was quiet. And I was like, OMG. But, listen. Sometimes in Expedition Online, you have to put yourself in front of other people to make yourself look good for the team. So I said, you know what? Everyone seems to get their crap together. I think out of everyone, I'm the least prepared. So you know what? I'm going to step up to the plate. I'm going to put myself out there for the team. To make myself look good, alright? Did I want to? Hell no! That freaking other girl should have did it. But, I'll make myself look good. So I offered myself up. And when I offered myself up, they said, you do it. So I'm like, okay, fine. Hey, if we lose, it's not my fault. I offered, so don't come for me if this is our time to go to freaking Crossroads. So good luck, tribe. Good luck, party. I'm gonna be chilling back, relaxing. You guys go do your thing, and hopefully we win. Because I'm telling you right now, if we lose, should have taken me instead. Now, this is after the challenge. Great, of course. Yeah, of course. Sit out of the challenge and guess what? We lose. Great. That's fantastic. Now we're going to freaking Crossroads. Fantastic. You know what's so funny? Half the items they listed, I did not even know what the freak they were. They were listing Canadian items. I'm like, what is this? Like, I had none of the items, so I'm glad I didn't play. But the person that I wanted to, sit out, actually did the best out of everyone. So I'm like, crap. So now we're going to freaking Crossroads, and now I'm panicking because I'm the most screwed out of everyone in the tribe. Everyone, I can tell there's no connection whatsoever. These people, I don't know. I seriously don't know why they don't like me. And I can tell they don't like me. And don't give me that bull crap that, oh, you're being paranoid. I can tell they don't like me. You know, you can genuinely, you know, you can see when, you know, you have a connection and you know someone wants to work with you. And I'm just not feeling that with anyone. I'm sitting in calls and no one's coming to me. I'm joining calls and everyone is leaving like I'm some kind of disease. Like, bro. It's honestly ridiculous. So now I'm freaking terrified. I don't want to be the first one out on my team to go, because all hell's gonna break loose if that's the case. So hopefully I get me and my girl Katie, and we're gonna freaking get this and survive this, and hopefully we make it to another challenge. Alright, so now this is my reaction to finding out that freaking Katie got taken by the other team. And just when I thought this crap was over, the host goes, oh, here's a little present. Pulls out a little envelope, and I'm like, oh my god, this is for an advantage. I'm like, let's go. I'm playing. I wish I freaking played. So I can maybe get a freaking, what's the thing called to help you save? Hold up, wait. I'm gonna restart that. Let me think about what it's called. Frig! I'm just gonna say a safety thing. Alright, 3, 2, 1. So, just when I thought it couldn't get any worse, we were playing for this secret little package. It was like a little, like, envelope. It was very secretive. Oh, no, it was kind of like rolled up. I totally forgot. And I was like, oh my god, this could be an advantage. Maybe I can start making moves. Maybe I can get freaking Carl out of here. So, I got so hyped. And then, Bambi got it. First of all, Bambi, iconic name. Love the girl. She looks litty. But, then, the other team has to decide someone from my team to stay safe. Hello, me! Hello, me! Do me! I'm in trouble! All these fake people are coming after me! I need your help! Please, help me! I'm on my knees, okay? I'm praying to the Lords that they choose me, and, you know, they're not talking, they're typing. They're typing away, and I'm like, great, they're not saying it in public? Like, but I can't put myself out there that, you know, I want to be chosen, because then it's gonna look weird to my team. So, then, they choose Katie, the one person that had my back. The only person I trusted on that whole entire team. Only person. So now, I'm freaking out. But, there's hope. Katie could choose someone to go with her. So I'm like, let's go. This is the perfect time. She's going to choose me. We're going to plan out what we're going to do next. It's just going to be me, her. We can gossip, you know, plan our wedding. We can, you know, like, just chillax, you know, watch TV. Like, we can have a great time on this freaking island and plan what we're going to do for the rest of the game. But what did this girl choose? She chooses the very first person she sees on her screen. What? Look, I know you can't understand technology, but what are you thinking? You don't even know this girl. Like, you know me, we said we were gonna work together, but no, you're gonna choose someone random that doesn't even know you. Like, hello, I'm your freaking boyfriend. No, I'm kidding, but like, I'm your, like, you and me, we were ride or die. So now, all hope is lost. Now, I can't be Mr. Nice Guy anymore. I can't, no, there's no more just talking when I get back to my team. No more talking about our life stories. No more of that. Now that we're in trouble, everyone's gonna be panicking and scrambling, and you think I'm going to let people dictate what I'm doing with my game? No. Now, it's time to play it smart now. No more playing it safe. I'll throw out names if people are too freaking scared, and I'm gonna take initiative, because if this team thinks that they're just gonna sit around and just, you know, wing it and then at the last minute choose someone, I need to have a set plan, and we gotta get this W, baby. So, let's hopefully this team is smart and takes me instead of freaking someone like Carl. Alright, now this is during the, the little team during the team meeting. So, it's awkward freaking silence in the freaking call. No one is talking, and it's so awkward. And I'm just like, someone move! Please, someone move! I don't want to stare at your faces, even though some of them are pretty attractive, like that one girl who I want to be wifey with. But no one is moving out of the call. So I said, you know what? I'm going to take the initiative. I'm going to be the bigger person, and hopefully people on my team respect that. I leave the call. No one joins me. What does that say? What does that say? No one likes me, bruh. No one. Come on. So, I'm joining calls, right? And I'm saying, all right, we got to work together. Let's try to figure out someone. And no one is saying a name. 0 people are saying a name. Legit. No one is saying any names because they don't want to get blood on their hands. They don't. But it's so frustrating when they ask, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? I don't know, but we need to come up with something. Like, they're waiting till someone first puts a name in the hat and then goes along with that. But I don't want to do that because it's going to screw up my game. But I may have to because I can't sit around here because I'm an easy target because I really have no one. And people are claiming, oh, I don't have any teammates. Lies. You do have teammates. I'm the only one that's struggling and gasping for air. So I need to start throwing out names or else I can't wait around and let my fate decide from these bozos. I need to, start playing this game. So I'm just going to throw out some random ass names and hopefully we can all agree on something for once. So, at the heat of the moment, I choose freaking Mike, Carl, and the Etsy guy. The guy that sells stuff on Survivor website, whatever. I just throw out names because I don't know. Those are the people that I really haven't talking with. So yeah, I just throw it out. And then, the one person I mentioned, guess who joins the call? Freaking Carl. Carl. Carl, it's not Carl from The Walking Dead. He's lit. This is Carl, the freaking motorcycle axe murderer, motorcycle dude. Like, there's no winning. And then, he asks, who are you guys thinking? So I can't say Carl to his face, so I'm saying, someone else. But he's not falling for this. He's not falling for this. So, to gain his trust, I say that your name was mentioned, but the hot girl saved you. You're good. You're good to go. And now he wants to know who said his name. I should not have mentioned anything. I should have just kept my mouth shut. But if someone else mentions that it was me that said his name, he's going to hate me more. So I'm just gonna lie and say someone in the tribe said it. I'm not gonna say who, but someone did to make him aware, but not make him so suspicious of me. Then he starts pulling people one-on-one into their own separate calls. Picking people that I'm talking with one-on-one. And I said, oh, hell no. I know exactly what you're doing. You're trying to pull people that I'm trying to talk to against me? I wasn't even trying to go after you, bro. I wasn't. Legit, I was going to work with you. But you made me do this. So I said, you know what? Game over. It's time to go ham, baby. So I'm going to each person and say, I'm doing Carl. We have the numbers. I'm doing Carl. We have the numbers. We need you on our side. Oh, if it's not, you don't have to do it. Bitch, do it. Bitch, do it. So, I'm going to everyone and trying to figure this out. And everyone is saying, you're good. You're good. You're good. Trust me, calm down. It's okay, Anthony. I love you. You're okay. And I'm starting to feel a little better about myself. I think that this tribe is definitely someone I can trust. I think that they are being genuine. And I even said, look, if it's my time to go, just let me know. I just don't want to be blindsided. That's the one thing I freaking asked. Don't blindside me, okay? If you guys are not wanting to vote me, it's totally fine. It's all good. I'll respect that, okay? Just let me know so then I can maybe play my safety and there's like a 1 in 5 chance of me actually being safe, all right? There's not a guarantee. So if you guys want me out, it's gonna happen sooner or later. But just let me know, all right? I need people, so I'm basically promoting myself as a free agent, all right? So then, so I think I have a crew. I think everyone's going to be a unanimous vote besides Carl. Maybe 1 or 2 people will vote me. But I think I'm good. I genuinely think I'm good. And the Etsy guy, he calmed me down and said, you are good. And I trusted that man. I said, you know what? This man and me, we are like, he's like my daddy, bro. He, I think, is someone I could trust. He looked at me in the eyes and said, you're good. Take a deep breath in. And I was like, OMG, this reminds me of my therapist. Like, holy crap. This guy, I think, genuinely cares about me. He wants me to succeed. So I say, you know what? At first, I was throwing his name out. But you know what? I think he's genuinely a good guy. So you know what? I think I'm going to keep him. I think I want to work with him in the future. Because no one has ever really calmed me down and said, you are fine, you're good. And all I needed was that reassurance. Because all I'm doing is panicking, scrambling around. So having that was so appreciative when people aren't really telling me anything. So I'm good. I was going to play the safety, but I'm not. He convinced me not to. But like I said, if he freaking betrays me and everyone on that team betrays me, first of all, I'm dumb for even believing them, alright? First of all of them gotta be actors. But look, that's not the point. I'm confident that I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stop being paranoid, and hopefully, we get Carl out of here, because he's a pain in the ass. Alright, so fast forward to during Crossroads. Sorry this is long. Add anything you want, I'm just rambling. So it's Crossroads, right? And it's my time, we're talking, asking questions, and the host says, okay, does anyone name has been thrown out? And then Mike says my name was thrown out. So for the respect of the tribe, I want to be as open and honest as possible. I want people to come to me and say, okay, he's honest if there's something on his mind, or he has an advantage, or really anything that he will open up. That he's such an open book, we can keep him and use him for the future. So I said, yeah, I was just throwing out names and stuff like that. And I did mention your name, I'm being completely honest. My only escape route is to show how honest I am, and how free of an agent I am, and how I have nobody. So anyone that wants to help me, I will be there for them. Which is true, which I'm not lying about. So, but I don't know. Mike seemed a little pissed off, and I think the freaking team was like, oh, shoot, he throwing out names. This guy's a snake. But I'm still confident, because the Etsy guy, I'm looking at the Etsy guy with his beard, his girlfriend sleeping in the background, and I'm like, okay, these two wouldn't lie to a little child, all right? Lying is a sin to Jesus, okay? I don't think they would disrespect the Bible like that, all right? And especially when they see I have this, I don't think they would. I don't think they would, all right? And then he asked me, I think the host asked me something about Carl, and all hell goes loose. Carl said something about me, and I go, oh hell no. I was playing nice, I was gonna respect you. I was gonna say anything, and I was gonna be classy at Tribe. I was gonna be classy at Crossroads. I wasn't gonna start anything, because look, I genuinely want to make a good impression for not only the viewers, but to my teammates. And then he comes after me. As an Italian, you do not come after me. Alright? You better hold on to your orange-ass wig, clown-ass nose, because I'm coming for you. You think honestly I'm just gonna sit back and let you disrespect me? I show nothing but respect for you, Carl. Actually, not really. But, what happened to, let's team? What happened to that, huh? So I'm gonna mention that. And then he calls BS. Hello? Let me get my ears unclogged. Hello? You said that. And people are not believing me. They're not. I could tell. And he's using his loud-ass voice to get ahead of me. I'm trying to make an argument, and he's, calming me down, and I'm like, bro, is it even worth it to start with this guy? Because, look, am I really going to put my whole game in jeopardy for this random-ass dude? No, I'm not. I made my point. I'm gonna stop. And hopefully, people know the truth. Then, it comes time that they say our final things, and Carl says, remember y'all, I'm Team Janet. No shit, we're on Team Janet. What do you mean? All of our names say Team Janet. We all are representing the team. That's not even a good reason to keep you. All of us can do exactly what you do. So, what is even that argument? And I know he's trying to do that to say that I'm not loyal to my team. And I am loyal to my team. I'll do anything for my team. Besides getting me out. No. If I have to risk myself for the team, hell no. I'm staying in the game. So, I say, I'm trying to tell them, look, I'm honest, I'm this and that. I'm trying to do everything in my power to freaking tell these people to not listen to him. I guarantee you he's gonna be so hard to get out in the future. And when he wins this freaking game, I told you why. I told you why. And when they learn the truth, they're gonna know. So, but my mind goes blank. I'm looking at all these faces, everyone's staring at me. Everyone is just looking and I feel the pressure. And my mind goes blank. So I just say, you know what, whatever, just go vote. I'm gonna have my confidence. Right when I feel like I'm about to play my safety, I look at the freaking Etsy guy in the eyes, I look at everyone in the eyes, and remember what they said, saying, you are good, we want to work with you. And I say, okay, I'm going to survive. We are good. I'm going to get Carl out, and it's okay. I'm sitting there, anyone has an advantage, I'm good. I thought Carl was going to play one, because if he played one, I was going to play one. But he didn't, which was a little odd. But I'm like, I still think we're blindsiding him. One vote, Anthony. No problem, probably him. One vote, Carl. Okay, good. One vote, Anthony. Oh, okay, that's only like 2 votes, right? 2-1, we're good. Another vote, Anthony. Okay, that could have been like a duel. I probably didn't talk to them, so, but look, I had my people come in. Vote 4, Anthony. I'm sorry, what? Vote 5, Anthony. What? And the first person voted out of Team Janet, Anthony. What the freak? Wow. So these bitches lied to me. Wow. Holy crap. These bitches are actors. Bitch, they all needed an Oscar award-winning performance because I did not even suspect him. And I can see through people's bullshit. I called it. Didn't I call it? If our team lost, I was in jeopardy. And then freaking Katie took that other person. So I was screwed. I had no chance. And I think me panicking and scrambling got me out. All these people are fake-ass hoes. They're all fake. Don't tell me that we're all good. We're all Team Janet. And I would respect you so more if you told me that I was getting out. I would respect you. If I was in jury, I would vote for you. But the fact that you didn't say it to my face that I was getting out. Look, I was scared to tell him to Carl's face that I was voting him out. But you know, it's not about me. But the fact that you made me feel so safe. You made me, you freaking, I know it, like, I'm baffled that I thought all these people had my back. And the fact that they put me in such a vulnerable spot and they put my shield down, which is good gameplay from them. I'm not gonna lie. But the fact that they did that, I'm so mad. I'm genuinely so mad. But I gotta be the breaker person. I'll leave. I'm gonna take the high road. I'm not gonna fight. I'm gonna apologize to Carl. Be the bigger person, even though all these people got a Pokemon Go. And I'll walk away. But if there's a twist where I'm coming back, no more Team Janet. No more Team Janet. I love Janet. Janet's an iconic queen, and I'll donate money to her charity, but there's no way I'm working with these fools. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So I get out, and I see the hot Kelly Wentworth. And I don't know, I'm just mesmerized by her face. She said something about her when she was in the season, but I was just baffled by her looks. And then she said that your game is not over, and I'm like, that's right. That's freaking right. You think you can get rid of me? You think you can get rid of me? You are funny. You're really funny. Really funny. I'm coming back. I am coming back. I'm telling you right now, each and every single one of you guys that voted me out, freaking disrespected me, lied to me, took advantage of me, is going. And me, Katie, and all of Team Kelly Wentworth, we're going after you, Team Janet. And this is going to be a freaking team war. And I'm the one that's going to start it. So get ready, because you better not, you better hope I don't get back into the game. Because all hell's going to break loose. And my mind went blank again. Crap, this is why I got out. Anyway, I'm coming back, and I'm coming in hard, and F Team Janet. I love Janet, but just everyone on it. F. Alright, bye.
Yeah, so we won. Gang gang. I'm really excited that I was part of helping my team or my party win, like I'm glad we didn't have to go to Crossroads because that is so rough. And I'm still super afraid that I'm going to be next to be eliminated. Just having my name even be thrown out like from the first, day of elimination. I just don't like that feeling. But, today made me feel the tiniest bit more confident in proving that my party should keep me around a little longer, at least. I don't know. We'll see. Overall, I am very disappointed that we're losing Troy. I think that does make our team, a little bit like of the underdog. But I do think we have what it takes to make it pretty far. I like everyone. So, yeah. Overall, I'm glad I got to talk to Neil more for when we had to split our party up where 2 people had to go by the fire and then another 2 went near the bay, and I haven't really gotten a chance to really talk to him, so that was cool. But it does worry me, like, what did the other 2 pairs talk about? Because if they're strategizing, that puts us at a disadvantage, because I don't know if, well, I suspect that Neil already has an alliance. I don't. I'm just like trying to stay alive, survive. So, it makes me very worried. A part of me did want to strategize with Kupini, because I don't know, I feel like I can trust him, at least for now. We'll see. Yeah, what else happened tonight? Oh, I am disappointed that we didn't get to talk to Bridget after she was at the summit or wherever it was with Katie from the other party. So I'm really curious to find out what they talked about or what happened. So I guess I'll find out next time.
So it's day 2 and going into it and feeling pretty good. Last night at Crossroads, I think I really locked in with Neil, who I think is really smart and a really interesting guy, and I'm going to trust him. Also hooked up, the 2 of us also hooked up with Troy, I think, or started a relationship with them. And I also hooked up with Bridget, who said I was the first one to come talk to her, and she was very eager to hook up. So I felt pretty good about that. The challenge turned out to be a scavenger hunt, and both in the party chat and then once we got on to the live feeds, I basically kind of schooled everybody in Scavenger Hunt 101, which I thought was good, which I thought was helpful. I, of course, went out, I think, like second or third because I only had 1 blanket, but not 2. But everybody picked up the slack, and as it turned out, we won, and that was awesome. As part of it, though, we got to pick one person to go and be marooned before the other team's Crossroads, and we picked Katie. Within Katie and Carl are kind of perceived by Team Kelly as being kind of the most vulnerable. Because they are louder and brasher than the other folks in the party. Um, Carl's my guy. I know Carl. And so I was trying to push people away from that, but and get people to get Carl sent away. But that didn't work, and it turned out to be Katie. So that made me a little bit nervous. Um, but we went back to camp. We had, an easy ability. Oh, sorry, let me go back. In terms, once we selected Katie, then Katie got to select someone from Team Janet to go. Oh, let's try this again. So once we selected Katie, Katie got to select someone from Team Kelly to go with her. Katie, for reasons I'm not sure about, selected Bridget, which kind of sucked because I wanted to be able to talk to her some more. But I'm sure she'll be having long discussions about caviar and champagne. And we found out that Troy, unfortunately, would not be coming back to the game. He had some form of family emergency, so I'm really hoping, really concerned that he and his family are doing well. And I really liked the guy and wanted to work with him, so that was sad. But we went back to the camp after the challenge, and this became one of those, we're all going to sit in the base camp for the entire time because we did not have to go out and scramble to find someone to vote out. Finally, there was a little scramble, and I got to talk to Capini for a little bit, which was great. I hadn't talked to him before. We will see, nice kid, and we did kind of geek out over Survivor. So we'll see what happens. I want to continue building that relationship. Yeah, and then we'll see what happens next.
So day 2 went great. We had a challenge that we actually won, so go Team Kelly. We did a scavenger hunt, and our team ended up winning, which was nice. And then at the end of the scavenger hunt, Team Kelly was allowed to pick someone from Team Janet's team to go to the serrated peaks, which basically meant that they would be alone and they would be skipping crossroads that night. So they would have been safe from the vote. And so our team chose Katie to go there. And in return, Katie was allowed to pick someone else to go with her to the serrated peak, and she picked me. So that was a little nerve-wracking. Like, I feel like I definitely have a target on my back now because I was able to talk with someone from the other team, and it's the first time we've ever done that. So I'm a little nervous going into tonight because I think people will definitely want to ask me about what happened there. Honestly, I was trying to get as much information out of Katie as I could, but she was not giving me much. Like, I was like, oh, who do you think the leader is on your team? Or who do you think runs the show? Who do you want gone? Like, all this stuff. And she literally was like, I don't remember anyone's names. So, yeah. And then actually, while we were there, Jess popped up, said hello. We had voted her out the night before, so she was definitely mad at me, which was great. And she awarded Katie with half a compass, so she has like half of an idol, half of a exemption, I think, which is exciting. But honestly, I don't think Katie knows what that even is. So I was like trying to make an alliance with her to see if we could like use this together, like in our advantage. I don't know, but yeah, so basically I'm just kind of I'm just nervous for tonight because I think a lot of my team will want to know what happened and want answers, and I don't know if I'm willing to tell them everything that happened. So yeah, tonight will be interesting.
What's up, y'all, and welcome to another edition of Carl's Confessionals. First off, peep the shirt, y'all. Anyway, let's get into day 2. We had our second immunity challenge. It was the scavenger hunt. Team Janet gave it its all. And especially Danielle, she really put her heart and soul into it. And we came this close. And we lost. And we had to go back to camp. And we had to actually play the game we signed up to play. So we get back to camp and everybody's jumping here, there. Some people locked out of rooms. But there was one comment in that people kept saying, and it was Anthony. Anthony is a little young kid, little paranoid, little too high-strung. I guess he rubbed some people the wrong way. Come to find out, he mentioned my name. Now that just put the nail in his coffin. Probably the biggest mistake of the game, because look where he's at. So obviously it was. So like I said, he mentioned that my name came out and it came from him. I went back to the people that I was talking to, which was pretty much basically everybody. And we 7-1 by Anthony. Good kid, but kind of like a little weasel. Pop goes the weasel. What's up, y'all, and welcome to another edition of Carl's Confessionals. I'm out here hanging out down by the lake. I was up in the woods earlier trying to find me one of those compasses. Man, I wish I knew where they were. I need me one of those, but I'm gonna figure it out, and I'm gonna get me one. Today's our off day, and I can't wait. We're gonna watch Survivor. Peep this shirt one day. Anyway, you know, we got me thinking of our game over here on Glacier Bay, and I kind of really like where I'm sitting. Danielle told me yesterday she wanted to be like, you know, my 1 and 2, you know what I mean? Which is good to know. I feel really good with Olivia because, like I said, I know Olivia. And, like, the guys all seem to like me. They want to put me all in these groups. I think I'm in a good spot. Even if we swapped, no matter who I swapped with, I think I'd be good. The vote reflected that yesterday when Anthony tried to come at me and the tribe united and voted with me for the guy that was targeting me. So that's got to say something. Let's go Team Janet. Let's go Team Janet. One more thing. Let's not forget. All hail King Carl.
Expedition Online, day 3. This is probably the best day of the game so far. This is actually the day I feel the best about, and that is even despite the fact that we lost our first competition and had to go to Crossroads. I really had a good vibe going into the challenge. I thought we were going to win. Everyone was super prepared. We had our fierce face paint going on, team colors, and we all kind of strategized about what items to have close to us to try and eliminate things, but you know, it just didn't go our way. I false started. I was overeager. Got out of the challenge. But you know what? I don't need a challenge threat this early on. It was a silly mistake on my part, but I'm not concerned about that. So we lost, and you know that's kind of when the game really begins. When all of a sudden we're really put to the test of figuring out who to actually vote out. Pretty early on, within 5-10 minutes, it was pretty clear that it was going to be Anthony, which is something I'd laid seeds for the day before. I'm not going to say this is my move, but he was certainly someone I put a target on yesterday with a few other people, and was definitely the person I wanted out the most, just because he seemed like such a wild card, and he was clearly trying to play every side. I made a bold prediction the other day that even though he claimed that he had only seen 2 seasons of Survivor, that he had actually seen all seasons and was a super fan, I would like to edit that prediction. After talking to Anthony Moore, I don't think that's true at all. I don't think he knew the game super well. I think he's telling the truth. But super great kid. I really enjoyed hanging out with him. Great kid, but yeah, I think he was just a little overeager and a little paranoid and trying to make alliances super quick and throw shade out on people really quick. It's like whoa. If you're gonna come to us in a group and say that Carl tried to make an alliance with you, if I try and align with you, are you going to tell a different group that? That doesn't seem like someone I can trust long term. So, good person to get out of the game. Because I want predictable players. I want players that I can really figure out what they're going to do. And Anthony, your unpredictability is, I think, what costs you your spot in the game. But today was the best relationship building I think I've done in this game. Yesterday, I felt pretty good about Mike. I felt pretty good about Haley. I talked to them a bit, kind of reinforced those relationships. The big relationship I secured today was Danielle. Danielle. She might be my sneaky closest player in the game, potentially. We'll see how it goes. But on day 0, when we were just all talking around, there was a group chat with me, Mariana, and Danielle and Jess. And Jess is gone. But we were talking for a while. We had a great vibe, and we were like, you know what? Like this 4 would be really great if we could all watch each other's backs. And they were like, you know what? Let's do it. Like if we get swept our own tribes, let's just try and watch each other's backs. It was maybe a 5-minute conversation, but it was a good one. And I half expected Danielle wouldn't fully remember or, make that thing. But as soon as we got together, we were both like, I've been waiting to talk to you. And it was like that energy immediately was like, yes. So each of us were kind of on the same page of if we could actually keep that day 0, not a day 1 alliance, a day 0 alliance, that would be an incredibly powerful thing to do. And the big advantage is that barely anyone has seen that we've even popped into rooms together. We've talked just 5 minutes today, but we've been careful of not talking too much. But that's a huge advantage for us if people don't know how close we are. So that's an advantage for her. It's an advantage for me. And I think it's genuine on both sides. So I am digging Danielle. So I seem to be one of the people in the middle of 2 5-person alliances. Mike, Haley, me, Danielle, and Olivia have talked. And through kind of a little game of telephone, I think that's kind of the alliance that has kind of formed. Carl also threw out an alliance that he wanted to be me, him, Danielle, Olivia, and Joshua as a 5. So that would put me, Danielle, and Olivia in the middle of 2 5-person alliances. And that would be pretty great. So, yeah, I like being in the middle, and I think that it's pretty genuine that people are trusting me. I don't think I'm coming off as the biggest strategist. I think I probably am. But I think Joshua and Mike are coming off as kind of the biggest strategists and schemers. And that doesn't mean people don't trust them. But I think that they're the ones that have kind of showed their cards that they're very strategy-based. So I do think that they have bigger targets than me. I think I'm right in the middle of a lot of people's perceptions. And that's what I want to be. I don't want to be taking the strategic reins yet, because people will see that. People will take note of that. My goal at this point is to have, I want to get at least 2, hopefully 3 people that are closer to me than anyone else. And if they don't know about each other, if they don't know how close I am to each of them, then that will then they'll actually think I'm the one that's closest to them as well. So Danielle's a great one because she's sneaky. We haven't been talking a lot, and we're trying to keep it that way. But boom, trust, pillar, bam, pillar. My next goal, as someone I haven't talked to that much, is Olivia. Boom, that'll be another pillar because Olivia and I have some mutual friends. We haven't had a one-on-one conversation, but I think I'm going to have a very good heart-to-heart with her soon, and hopefully be able to have another quick conversation that's not going to alert too many people. But I think I can really get Olivia on my side once I talk to her in person, just one-on-one. And if I can get a few people that trust me more than anyone else, that's the way to be. I like Mike a lot, but I think he's probably has more trust in Haley with anyone else right now. But the game is afoot. I think I'm in a pretty good position. Hopefully we win tomorrow and don't have to go to Crossroads. Hopefully we don't have to go to Crossroads again for a while. But I think having the first vote is an important thing because it really does establish trust. And I think I've seen a bit of how people game, and I've established some trust. So that's a perfect way to be.
Hey, so unfortunately, Team Janet lost the last challenge, and things were a little chaotic. Anthony's all over the place. He's a great kid, but unfortunately, Anthony had to go. He did target Carl. I've had a ton of conversations. Alliances have been made. Me, Olivia, Mike, Haley, and Nick. The thing that sucks about that is I really like Carl, Katie, and Josh almost more. I'd like to get a load of Olivia next, but now I'm in this 5-person alliance, so I'm going to be in a really tough position if Team Janet loses. So the goal is not to lose right now. I really need to have some more conversations and get that time. I don't know what's going to happen if we lose. I really don't want to lose. I don't want to be made a target either, which could definitely always happen. I'm going to miss Anthony, and the vote should go that way. I don't see them going any other way. Katie went off to some island. I'm assuming she got an idle clue there. I really want to talk to her one-on-one and see if she got any information or what really happened there. I think she's smart. I think she's a smart woman, but I'm not entirely how smart. I'm not sure yet. I really want to keep working in this game with Carl. If I can go to the end with him, I will legitimately go to the end with him. He is such a rad dude. I mean, he's got my name on his stomach, so I mean, how can you complain? Super cool guy. I almost won the challenge for my team to be exempt too. It was between me and Bambi, and she got a winter jacket that I don't even think is a real winter jacket. You need to have fur on that. No, just kidding. She won fair and square, but it sucks. I really wanted to win that challenge and secure my safety and my tribe's safety, and unfortunately I didn't, and we just can't lose again. I do not want to be on the losing tribe, so wish us luck.
Well, that was much more exhausting than night one. Oh my gosh. Going to Crossroads is crazy, and I do not want us to go back soon. Tonight, I thought we were going to win the challenge, but it came really, really close. Danielle did great, and it was like split moment between us winning and losing. So then we went back and the scrambling began, okay? But all of us were kind of feeling Anthony, but we wanted to make sure that Anthony was feeling good so that nothing wild happened. But that just kept making things more and more frantic between the people that were moving and talking to each other and hearing the one plan that we all wanted versus the plan that was kind of going around to make sure that Anthony felt comfortable. I did end up hearing my name tonight. Apparently Carl said that at some point, so that is something to look out for. I want to talk to him more. I'm not letting him know that I heard that, but definitely want to make a connection there. I'm feeling good with the 5. Okay, so me, Mike, Olivia, David, and Danielle. I feel really good about Mike and Olivia, so I'm hoping that they feel the same. I feel like Olivia's a little bit harder for me to read, but I do really, really like her and want to keep working with her. Danielle keeps telling me she wants to work with me, but I don't know if that's something that she's kind of saying to everyone within this 5, so I'm still kind of wary of her, but I mean, I like where the alliance is right now. We will see what happens. Hopefully we're not losing again anytime soon and don't have to worry about it, but I'm also interested on what's happening on that mountain that Katie went to, where she said she got a message from Janet. So we'll see what plays out next, but like Joshua kept saying, pop goes the weasel. Sorry, Anthony.
Hey everyone, it's Jess over here from Expedition Online Season 3. Well, last night I had some fun. I really did. I was given the opportunity to award a half compass to one of 2 players. And the players I had to choose from were Bridget from Team Kelly and Katie from Team Janet. Now, Team Kelly is where I was when I was an explorer in the game, not in Seclusion Island, and Team Kelly, no one had my back. They all sent me home unanimously, so outside of Kelly herself, I really have no desire to see anybody else succeed from that team in this game, so I gave the half compass to Katie, who, let's be real, she is freaking awesome. And I like her already, and I hope she goes far in this game. So I gave the half compass to Katie, who's working for Team Janet, and Bridget took it pretty well, but we had a lot of downtime in between until they had to return back to their camps. So it actually ended up being a great night because me, Katie, and Bridget bonded, and we chit-chatted, and we talked. And then I got to watch them make deals between each other, which we'll see how that plays out further in the game between them 2, but they do have an agreement to have each other's backs. We'll see how that goes, though. I feel like Katie would make an excellent winner, but she also gives out a lot of game strategy, and I don't know how that's going to work out for her. Then Team Janet sent Anthony to Seclusion Island, which they don't know there's a Seclusion Island yet. So Anthony joined me over at Seclusion Island, and I'm not alone. I'm not surprised he joined me. None of the other players, except for Katie and Bridget, know that there is a Seclusion Island yet. And I don't know how I'm going to have my chance to get back into the game, but I'm looking forward to it. I really am. Talk to you all soon. Bye.
Expedition is a very complicated game. We have to communicate with each other in a meaningful way. And there's somebody on our team, on our party, that just isn't quite getting that done yet. And sad to say, but that person is Anthony. And it's because he wants to play the game. And I totally respect that. A lot of us respect that. Carl and I have wanting to play the game. But to play the game, you also have to be social. You have to be able to connect with people socially and find what you have in common and relate on that and talk. That's something that Anthony kind of lacked on. He kind of jumps in calls, wants to do the strategy, and then jump out. Doesn't really want to build the connections. So I think if it happens to come down to crossroads tonight, he's going to be in trouble, which I'm happy about. I don't have to worry about. But if we lose, we have to come up with another plan in case he plays the token. So we ended up losing the challenge, and it kind of sucks, but we're going to Crossroads. I don't mind it. I'm somebody who actually personally enjoys going to Crossroads because it shows where your alliances are, shows who you can trust, how you navigate this first crossroad is how you're going to play the rest of the game, how you're going to set yourself up. So my goal right now is to build trust with allies, connect with people. We have somebody who's a pretty easy target, but with all the complexities of the game right now, we have some curiosity and some mishaps that could happen with the token and a potential compass in play. We'll see about that. Nobody's really talking about the compass as of right now, but the tokens have been a really big factor. The plan is Anthony tonight, but people are really hesitant, saying, what if he plays his thing? And that means Anthony gets rid of his vote, but he could also be safe. So it could be a re-vote, and we can't vote for Anthony, and we have to pick off one of our own, which is a shame, but I think there's a way around it. I think I'm the key to getting us safe and making sure Anthony feels safe. Anthony is somebody that I see a lot of myself in. When I first played games, I was really nervous. I was talking really fast, just trying to do the strategy, because I thought going into a game with a bunch of different people, they would also be thinking strategy, 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 because we're all here to play the game we all love. And it's not that simple. We have to figure out who we're playing with, and Anthony is somebody who wants to play the game. So I talk to him game. I have to communicate with him, strategize with him, but then I kind of introduced the social aspect to him. I said, hey man, before you jump around, go talk to other people, keep strategizing. I love it, I understand it, I see it. But you have to understand that you gotta step back sometimes. You have to just step back, take a breather, and relax. And that's really all that it takes to get somebody like an Anthony to really trust you. After I said that, I talked to him a little bit more about the token. He wanted to know, do I need to play it? I said, not really. You see, we have this group of 4 or 5 maybe, and you playing your token, getting rid of your vote, which is the most powerful thing in this game, that's not good. That's not proving your loyalty to me and to the other people in our alliance. If one vote goes hayward, I could be voted out because of your inability to keep your vote, or your unwillingness to keep your vote in selfish way to take safety or a chance at safety, not even guaranteed safety. So I had to kind of put that in his head and get him to understand that you're not playing just your game, you're playing with everybody else's games, and that you have to adjust. You can't just play your own game or you're going to get voted out, which is ultimately why he is getting voted out. But that's kind of how the cards play. So I'm really hoping he buys that, because going into Crossroads, this is a really important vote. If he ends up taking safety, it's gonna be 7-1, and he won't get a vote. His vote won't count. So it's gonna be 0 votes, and we're gonna have to vote somebody out, and I don't wanna be that first person to be voted out. I think I've built enough trust with a lot of other people that I won't be that person, but I don't wanna take that risk. I'm worried and making sure that Anthony doesn't play his safety. That's my main concern, and that's what my job is tonight. I'm gonna make him feel safe, and I'm gonna make sure other people make sure he feels safe. That's what I'm doing. That's the game. Sorry, bud, but it's gotta happen. I'll see you on the other side. We're gonna go through with this, okay? I'm raising money for my charity, nobody else's except for Janet's. So I gotta win this. This is for my mom. That's all it's for.
I'm so tired, and I'm gonna do this right now so I get it done, because I'll be too tired to remember anything later. But I have to find some makeup remover pads that I packed with me. But there's my tribute to our team leader and captain, Janet, at the request and idea of Carl, that was such a great idea. I think we so intimidated the other team when we came in the room, because they were like what's going on? And I don't know if you got to tell them it was your idea or not, but I'm thanking you. That was so cool and such a great idea, and I'm glad everyone did it. And I think it shows our cohesiveness, which is wonderful. Sorry you guys had to vote someone out tonight, and I know it was maybe difficult for some of you and easy for a lot of you, because Anthony got voted out pretty much unanimously. It seems, yeah, I guess he did, right? Because he voted for Carl, and everyone voted for Anthony. I know he's probably having a hard time of it. He was really excited to be in here, so this is going to be tough, like watching people, like, especially on our team, leave. So let's not lose another challenge, please. Like, I mean, everybody did a great job, and I contributed to us losing as well because I didn't come back in time with the salt. So anyway, we got to really try to win these, because I don't want to vote for anybody on our team. I really love you all, and I don't want you to vote for me either. So let's win these things. My face is all smeared up, but it was fun. It was absolutely fun. Thank you, Carl, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. Good night. Goodbye.
Hi everyone, it's Mariana with my day 2 update video. So today was ultimately a good day for Team Kelly. We ended up making it. We won. I'm glad we had a good read on us predicting a scavenger hunt. So that kind of helped us justify that Jess left, because all of her stuff were probably in a box somewhere, right? But yeah, so pretty much before the challenge, our team brainstormed things that would potentially be mentioned or that we need to find. So literally all of us we all just helped each other and thought of things to bring to our tables. So like, for the most part, most of us had the items or potential items in front of us, or in a room close by. I made it to I think I made it to the 5th person. I made it to like only 5 of us left. So that was good. It showed to my team, hopefully, that I'm a team player, you know, I'm a good asset to the team. Thankfully I wasn't the first person out in the entire game, so that was good. Yeah. And then unfortunately Team Jana lost. So there was a twist also where we had to quickly choose someone to send to a island. And we were just all messaging in the chat, and like no one wanted to say the name. So we obviously said Katie's name, but I was like nervous no one was gonna say her name. So I just like quickly said Katie. So hopefully I didn't put a target on myself, but I was like nervous, you know, whatever. So sorry, Katie, I had to say your name, but yeah. And then we learned that she had to choose someone, and I thought she was gonna choose me at first because I said her name, but kind of curious what happened on that island. I wonder if they were just simply talking, Bridget and Katie, or I wonder if there was like some sort of like advantage where they have to like play for something. So I'm curious what will happen. I'm glad that she chose Bridget. I think Bridget is in a good spot socially, so I don't think Bridget really missed anything social wise, because honestly our entire team just sat at the base camp the entire time that we were allotted for. So pretty much, yeah, like none of us went to any rooms besides when we had to go fishing or make a fire. So yeah, we pretty much all so we all pretty much just stayed together. And also we learned that Troy left, or he had a emergency, so unfortunately Troy had to leave the game. So now we're down one more person, so there's only 7 of us in Team Kelly, which I kind of wish he had mentioned something yesterday about it, but I understand. I mean, from like a social spot, he was in a better spot maybe with the boys. But yeah, like I did see Jess as a good player. Like she would have been a good asset to the team. So it's unfortunate that she had to go and then Troy left. But you can't control life sometimes. But yeah, so I feel like in a good spot. Yeah, well, I just hope we can win again, because right now we're just 1 number short. So And at this point, like, I just like everyone in my tribe. Like, it's gonna be hard in the next elimination or next crossroads to figure out who to send home, because we're just all great players. I think it's just gonna come down to contribution and potential alliances or whatever. So yeah, that's my update. Hopefully things go well the next few days. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Okay, so that was a pretty rough episode. I am devastated about our loss, our challenge loss, because I had everything else, like everything else, after that bar of soap. And I want to clarify that my hygiene is perfectly fine. I just use body wash, not bars of soap. Even my roommate didn't even have bars of soap. So I literally went into his room. I went into his room looking for bars of soap. I found many other weird things, but I did not find a bar of soap. And it might have been really awkward for me to be going into his room. So let's not tell him that. But no bars of soap. So that was frustrating. And then we lost the challenge. Danielle almost clenched it for us. But we lost. We go back to camp. It's not really chaos. It's more Anthony just chaotically bouncing around. He kept making conversations with one other person, or would jump into groups that didn't necessarily make sense for him to be part of at that moment. And so I guess it was just really, people were just not sure about where his gameplay was, and same for me. So like, I did not feel comfortable lying to him, but I had to. I feel really bad, but that's the game, right? I mean, like, he was asking for loyalty and I couldn't give that to him, but I certainly wanted to make him feel like he had it, so that, and honestly, the only reason I lied to him and the only reason I made him feel that way was simply because of the token, the Destiny's token, that could have totally changed the outcome of tonight. So we wanted to make sure that Anthony felt as comfortable as possible. So a bunch of us told him that we were going to vote for Carl, which none of us were really interested in doing. So I feel really solid. I feel really good about the group that I've kind of connected with. So by order of who I trust the most, I really, really like Olivia. And I feel like she got a little paranoid, a little awkward with the whole, she felt like people were not trusting her because she had connected with Anthony yesterday. But that wasn't the case, and that's not the case for me. So I want to make her feel as comfortable and as great as possible. She's kind of my number one right now. I really like Olivia. Danielle seems to really want to work with me. It seems like her and I are very much on the same page of like who we want to work with. So I really like Danielle. So I'm going to try to keep the three of us kind of tight. With Haley and David kind of as the outside people. I really like Haley a lot. I think I've built a lot of trust with her in the last hour of today. We got to really talk and kind of show allegiance to each other. And I told her twice in the entire round that I had her back. I'm not I guess Anthony or Carl had dropped her name. I don't know. Somebody had dropped her name. I told her flat out, I would never vote for you, Haley, at this point. Your name's never gonna go, I'm not writing your name down. And then later at the end of the night, I told her specifically, I was like, we need to come up with a secondary plan, some other idea, just in case Anthony uses that token, that if we have to revote, we've got a plan. And I told her and Olivia flat out, I was like, I have no interest in voting for either of you. I want to make sure that the three of us have a plan going into that, because we're 3 out of 7 votes. So technically we could swing something as long as we can get one more person. So I feel like they felt really good with me, and they felt, solid with kind of where my head was at. I felt like I had to push a little bit to get people to say names. Danielle refused to say a backup plan. Haley and Olivia kind of sat there kind of awkwardly. And I said, guys, we have to have a plan. We've got to figure something out, because if Anthony sticks around, we have to vote again. Like, if we're unanimous, like, there's no other option. Like, we've got to figure something else out. So I'm a little nervous about their kind of, wavering about, like, giving me a second name besides Anthony. So they couldn't even decide between Carl and Josh. So that's interesting. Speaking of Carl and Josh, I really like Carl a lot. I bonded a little bit with him this round, so I kind of want to keep that up. And Josh, I finally got to talk to Josh. I really like Josh a lot. I'm kind of hoping that we can kind of pull him in as like a number 6. But that leaves Carl and Katie on the outs. So I'm unfortunately going to have to kind of push Katie as a potential next vote if we have to go again. So at this point, Katie is kind of my hope, my vote, my name that I want to kind of put out into the ether, because she really doesn't have the connections. It really is like we've created a tight-knit group with this vote, and Katie wasn't part of it. So if it's an easy persuasion on Katie, then I'll feel really good. If people push back, and not wanting to vote for Katie, I'm going to be nervous because I don't know who the other option would be besides maybe Carl or Josh. And I would prefer to vote off Katie before I vote off either of them. Even though I really, really like Katie, she just wasn't part of that camaraderie that we developed in the last, 24 hours. So it's unfortunate, but maybe things will change on Thursday. Top tier, Olivia and Danielle are kind of at the top of my list as allies. Katie and Carl are kind of at the bottom of people I need to vote off to kind of keep my people solid. So we'll see how the game changes on Thursday. I'm sure there's a twist coming too, so I'm ready for it, and I'm just really glad that I was able to get through the first tribal council.
Day 2 and a big win for Team Kelly. Whew, man, we did not have to go back to Crossroads tonight. So yeah, that was awesome. But that being said, we did actually still lose a player tonight. We found out that Troy was no longer going to be joining us. So even though Team Janet is going to Crossroads tonight, we are still going to be an extra player down going into tomorrow's challenge. So that was a bit of a bummer to find out. But let's see, there was a twist today with Serrated Peak, where Katie from Team Janet went, and she was going to be safe from tonight's Crossroads. And we also had Bridget. Bridget was chosen to go to Serrated Peak with Katie, actually by Katie. But yeah, there's a lot of speculation over what actually took place over there, and we believe that there was most likely some kind of an advantage at play or could have been acquired. So yeah, we're excited to find out tomorrow what took place there when Bridget gets back. So yeah, I'm also excited to have Bridget back because I'd like to have some conversations with her and see if if she would like to join Bill and I going forward, because I think we could probably make a good team going forward. But yeah, super excited about what's going to happen next.
So we had Crossroads, which I wasn't expecting because I noticed at the beginning a bunch of people in their party got out really early in the challenge, and I was thinking like, oh wow, like we have such a huge lead, like we're definitely not going to blow this. But then we ended up losing, and it sucked. Like obviously I hate to lose this early. We were a strong party and I didn't want to have to vote anybody out. And then I figured they would do this, but they chose Katie to go to I forget what it was called, but they chose her to be immune from Crossroads, and the rest of us would go. And I can see why they picked Katie. Like she definitely seemed like an easy target for us if we were to go to Crossroads, just based on like what she says in the calls, that she seems very clueless, like no idea what's going on. Although I was actually thinking, because Mike mentioned something yesterday about how Katie is a poker player, and it got me thinking, like, what if this is all an act? Like, she's definitely a lot smarter than she's letting on. And it could be that this is like the whole, like, oh, I have no idea what's happening. I don't know how to turn my phone. I don't know the names of the people in the game. It could all be an act, and she could actually be masterminding the whole game. And the stuff she said about what happened when she was there, not at Crossroads with us, about how she, like, was with Bridget, but she didn't interact with Bridget the whole time, and she got this motivational video from Janet, but she didn't say what the video said. Like, it all seemed very sus, because from my own experience in orgs and from the actual show, there does tend to be some sort of advantage if there's a situation like that. So I definitely think she was lying about that, which makes me very wary. In terms of getting Anthony out, I did really like him personally. He was really nice, but I definitely see why he had to go. He was just causing too much drama. It was too chaotic. Him and Carl were clashing, which I was glad about, because it's always good when two people fight during the first Crossroads, because it takes the focus off you. And I was a little worried, just because me being a paranoid person overanalyzes everything I do. And when I was on a call in a room with David and Haley, and we were talking about getting Anthony out, I noticed that Anthony was in a room by himself, seeming very paranoid, just because it seemed like he had been alone for a while. And right after we talked about getting Anthony out, I was like, okay, I'm going to go join Anthony just to make sure he feels better. And I realized afterwards that looked so stupid, because it probably looked like I was going and telling him everything that they said about him. But I guess I got lucky and they didn't think that, which was good, because for a second I really thought I did blow up my whole game, but it could just be me overanalyzing everything. But yeah, he ended up going. He didn't play his token, which I was surprised about. I didn't want to see him go so early, but it was definitely, like, good to have a unified vote, and it was better for the party to have him go, just because he was causing too much drama. And the 5-person alliance still looks good, and my relationship with Carl is obviously still good. I still don't think anyone knows that Carl and I know each other, which is good. That's how I want to keep it. And yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow. I really hope that we don't lose another challenge, because that Crossroads was really stressful. But yeah.
All right, so day 2 is officially in the books, and we're still here. So, fortunately, we won the challenge today. I think we collaborated really well for the scavenger portions. We met for half an hour and we're just bouncing different ideas off each other of what they could possibly bring. I didn't have a flashlight, and so I knew I was kind of doomed if they called that, and that's what they got me out on. But it was a really good team effort, kind of through and through. And so now, what's tough is that we have we just have 7 players left, because Troy unfortunately had a personal reason for having to leave the game, and it's really sad, because we're just getting to know Troy, really liked him, but the kind of one of the problems now is we have a really good group of 7, and so I think we're going to be forced to make some more difficult decisions earlier than we thought. So I think we're going to be absolutely hyper focused on just ensuring that we win the next challenge, because we don't want to have those conversations. So I think a lot of weight also comes in the next challenge, because there's nobody who's a clear outsider on our team right now at all. And so I think a lot of it's going to come down to how people perform, because then there's a data point that you can say this person did well or didn't do well that can factor into the decision. So, there's a lot of weight going into that challenge next week. I was, thinking about my safety in the game, and, it's kind of up in the air for everybody on our team right now. I like to think that Mariana and Cupini and I have a pretty tight kind of bond. I don't think an official alliance there. And Neil is close. And the rest of the team is great. Bambi's kind of quiet. I haven't gotten tons of time with Bridget. Bill, I would love to play the rest of this game with. So there's going to be no easy decisions. The one thing that I think our team really came together well on, though, is the decision to send Katie and save Katie and send her to the island, because I think her team might have planned to send her home. And so we made, again, a decision that we thought they were going to make, and we made that choice harder for them. And also, I think we just want to keep Katie because she's so entertaining. We get small glimpses of her, but she's just a walking, story, a walking ball of light. And so even in the small glimpses that we get of her, she's pure entertainment. So someone that, I want to keep in the game just because she's awesome. So anyway, still here. Hopefully I do this confessional and it's just, keep this theme going of not getting sent home. So we have a break today, which is nice, but yeah, this has been a blast so far.